Have you ever thought about what it really takes to lead others? Here's a secret. Before anyone follows you, you must lead yourself first. Let's talk about why you should be your first follower. Hi, I am Somi Wanda, a transformational coach, a certified speaker, a corporate trainer, and a licensed pharmacist. Today, we are diving into a foundational truth of leadership. You must be your own first follower. This concept is going to challenge you to rethink how you approach your goals, your vision, and even your personal growth. Stay tuned because this might just transform how you see yourself as a leader. For a start, let us look at what it means to be your first follower. Being your first follower means believing in your vision, in your abilities, and your potential before anyone else does. It's about having the courage to act on your ideas, even when no one is watching or cheering you on. Your actions send a message to yourself. When you take your own vision seriously, you build trust and credibility with your own self, which sets the foundation for others to trust and follow you. So let's take an example. Think about a musician who thinks of performing on a big stage. If that person doesn't practice, doesn't invest in his or her craft, or perform at smaller venues first, how will others believe in his or her potential? In fact, how will others even see he or she manifesting the potential to believe in? Right? So, being your own first follower has to do with being able to believe in your vision, in your abilities before anyone else does. Now, why does leading yourself first matter? Number one, it builds confidence. I have here, when you consistently show up for your goals, you reinforce your belief in yourself. This is just wow. Confidence grows. Part of what makes confidence to grow within you is when you see yourself taking action. I know this. So you've got to start leading yourself first because that would help you to build confidence. I know we can get stuck in feeling like we don't know how to do something, but how are you going to learn how to do something if not by doing that thing? The second point why you should lead yourself is it inspires trust. I gave an example with a musician earlier. Let's forget about the musician and bring it home. You have grand dreams for yourself, but when we look at you, nothing about the way you live your life, nothing about the kind of actions you take sends a message to us, to the people who are watching you, that you have a target, that you have a vision, that you have an aspiration. Do you know what happens? There won't be any inspiration for us, for the people watching, to follow you. Guess what? People follow those who lead by example. When you live out your values and work toward your vision, you are not just talking the talk, you are working the work. That is what we want to see you do, right? The third reason why it matters for you to lead yourself is it sets the standard for others. Oh my goodness, this is just so beautiful. It sets the standard for others. As a leader, your actions set the tone. If you are disciplined, committed, and visionary, you would naturally attract people who share those qualities. Isn't that what you want for yourself? Now that we have looked at why it matters for you to lead yourself, let us now look at how to be your first follower. Remember, nobody wants to follow people that are just talking the talk. We want to follow those that are working the work. So let's look at how to be your first follower. The first step is to clarify your vision. Start by asking yourself, what do I want to achieve? Why does it matter to me to achieve this thing? Write it down. Write it down. The scripture says, write the vision down. Visualize it and commit to it. Yes, you've got to clarify your vision. You've got to have a clear picture about where your life is headed, because clarity will even inspire you to take action. Yes, right? The second step is to take the first step. Sometimes you can just get seated in, oh, I have this big vision. Oh, I'm really going to do this thing and all of that. But we never really take the step. Some of us are victims of that. But that is not going to be you. So the second step for you, the second step here is to now take the first step. Okay, take the first action towards that vision that you have clarified. Leadership starts with you. Even small steps toward your goals build momentum and confidence. This is just so true. There is something called compounding effects, right? And if you're not taking actions towards the kind of person you want to be, towards the kind of future you want to have, there is nothing for the law of compounding to work on. So you have to take the first step. Leadership starts with you. Now, for example, if you want to launch a community project, your first step may be to research similar initiatives, or to start reaching out to potential collaborators. So you've got to, looking at your vision, you've got to ask yourself, what is the first step that I need to take towards this vision? The third step on how to be your first follower is to stay accountable. And I love this one. Look at what I have here. Hold yourself accountable for your progress. Hold yourself accountable for your progress. There is something that my coach says. She says, hold yourself to higher standards. Wow. I choose to hold myself to higher standards. You that is watching me, you've got to make a decision today to hold yourself to higher standards. You've got to be able to come to a place where you don't have to be cajoled to do the things that you need to do, right? But but because you have respect for yourself and for your vision, so you've got to become that person who doesn't wait to be cajoled to do things, but who respects him or herself enough, who has enough respect for his or her vision to do the things that should be done. Are you following? Now, set milestones, track your achievements, and celebrate your small wins along the way. No, don't sit down one place and then you want to start big. You're like, I'm going to start it and it's going to blow the whole world, and all of that. No, start small, right? Set the milestones, track your achievements, and you celebrate your small wins along the way. It's a journey, and you've got to be willing to start small, because that is where, that can really help you to see a big transformation in your life. Now, the fourth step on how to be your first follower is to embrace resilience. This one is also a good one. Being your first follower means sticking to your vision, even when things get tough. Oh my goodness, even when things get tough. Resilience is what separates leaders from people who just have all these ideas in their head and they do nothing about it. Right? There are times you will feel like giving up. Times when the results aren't coming. You are putting in the work. You are doing your best, but you can't really see the results. There may be times in your journey that you are going to feel like that. But remember that being your first follower also means sticking to your vision, even when things get tough. There are times when you may start to doubt yourself. You may ask questions like, who even sent me? Like, who sent me? There could be times like that, right? But let me tell you something that my coach has influenced me to affirm. It goes, my affinity to my preferred future is greater than my resistance to the work it takes. I want you to say that with me. My affinity to my preferred future is greater than my resistance to the work that it takes. When I was awakened to a higher sense of vision, I believe in it. I invested in myself and I still do. I showed up consistently. I tried my best to show up consistently and I still do. I still try. I kept going even when things felt uncertain. Guess what happened? Today, I see the impact of that belief that, I invested in myself. I see the impact that it has created in the lives of others. And I want to tell you, I want to encourage you, right? Don't quit because things are tough right now. Let your affinity to that preferred future that you have seen for yourself be greater than whatever circumstance that surround you in this moment of your life, in this phase of your life. Okay? And I tell you, when your affinity becomes greater, it's going to break whatever power your resistance wants to have on you. Okay? Let's recap the steps on how to be your first follower. Clarify your vision, take the first step, stay accountable, and embrace resilience. Before you can lead others, you must first lead yourself. Be your first follower by believing in your vision, by taking action, and by staying resilient. The world will follow when you show up for yourself. There you have it. How to influence others to follow you by being your first follower. If this video resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with someone that this video is going to help and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would like to hear from you in the comment section. What action are you going to take today to lead yourself? Until next time, keep growing, keep leading, and keep in mind that transformed people transform the world.